So in part 2 of 5.1, we can find particular antiderivatives when we are given criteria. So for instance, in this first example, we know that the slope of the curve is 2x. So we know dy dx is 2x. So we can find the antiderivative of that. So the integral of 2x dx equals x squared plus c. So now we have criteria that says that this curve must pass through the points 3, 5. So if I say f of x equals x squared plus c, and I know f at 3 must equal 5. So now I can solve for c, and c would equal -4. So that my function passing through the point 3, 5 would be x squared minus 4. Okay, so you go ahead and try this problem. Again, the first thing you need to do is take the integral and then substitute in the 2 and the 6 for x and y, or x and f of x, and find your c. Okay, now to do some applications. The marginal cost is given with fixed cost of 3,000. Find the cost function and the cost of producing 30 units. So if I know that the derivative is this, we can find our original function. Divide by 3. Okay, but it says that we have fixed costs, so we're already given c. So my function is 0.1 x to the third plus x squared plus 3,000. So there's our cost function. And then the cost of producing 30 units is just substitute $30 in for x. Should be 6,600. Okay, so you go ahead and do revenue. Okay, now an advertising example. So we have the number of daily listeners growing at a rate. So a rate, again, is first derivative. And T is the number of days. How much longer should the campaign last if the station wants the number of listeners to grow to 41,000? So the first thing you need to do is find the original function, add 1, divide by that, which is multiplying by 2 over 3. Okay, it says that at 16 days, we had 27,000. So S at 16 is 27,000. So now we can find C from that. And doing the math here. So you get C equals 24,440. Okay, so now my function, I'm going to shrink this. We know that S of t equals 40t to 3/2 plus 2440. It says, how much longer should the campaign last if the station wants the number of listeners to grow to 41,000? So now we use 41,000, substitute that into our equation and solve. And you'll get t, and if you need to see this math, you get 55.6 days or 56 days. You subtract 24,440, divide by 40, and then raise it to the 2/3 power. But it wants to know how much longer. So we've already gone 16 days. So you need to take 56 minus 16, and it should take 40 more days. Okay, so you have a problem. It's very similar in nature, where you currently have 64,000 subscribers, 8-month old competing magazine, and your CAT. So wants to know how long will it take till you get to 46,000. Okay, and this ends part 2.